Hello and welcome, Monster Hunter Wilds game. You hunt monsters in the wild. In this episode of Hunts Explained, I'm gonna go over Balahara. Now, don't know if I mentioned this in the other videos, but the attacks that create a wound on the monster, there's a caveat to it. And from my testing, it seems like first, if the monster decides to do the same attack that creates the wound back to back, it's not gonna open another one if you hit it. So there's like an internal cooldown. But most of the time they don't do it twice in a row. So if you pop it, by the time they do the attack again, it should be there again. Basically, I'm trying. So, um, Balahara. Sonic pots are good against him to get him out of the ground, but it doesn't work when he's enraged. The same goes for young Kut, but we're not at that point yet. So let's have a look. Let's get the field survey. Have a look. So it tells us his mouth is his weak point. By the way, when it says weak point, it doesn't just mean you deal more damage. It's also the wound, the attack that creates the wound. That's where the wound will be. So for him, it's the mouth. It's when he does this water spit attack. Not the big one. The big one does not create the wound. It's when he does the quick one. He doesn't have a lot of attacks. Yeah, but you'll see it in a video. You can break his head. You can sever the tail. And then mainly want to focus on head, tail. Once the tail is gone, you can stick at, like, depending on your weapon, you can like stick at his limbs. That's a pretty good way to beat him. But yeah, I don't really think there's for this fight, there's like a specific weapon you should or whatever. You can use anything. Fine. As we can see, Thunder is his weakness. All the status work. Flash pods work. He's not blind. Sonic bombs are effective. Both traps work. That's about it. So let's go into the hunt. The fight itself, he doesn't have that much, but he does a pretty good amount of damage. Now, he's not gonna shot you, but if you get hit like 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, you might actually die. So moveset, he turns his head to the left and like waits, and then he does a huge swing with his head. His tail, he turns it basically into like a lance or a spike and pokes it at you. He has a variation where he revs up his tail, and after a delay, he jumps at you. What else? He has his main attack is he spits a water ball. That also creates the wound. And he can spit a huge water ball. Other than that, he also has a short headbutt. And that's about it. The fight has a scripted attack basically where he goes up like this rock formation. Like it hangs over you, and then he spits at you 3 or 4 times and jumps at you, and he does it at the second phase also. So let's get out my whoops, 1 second. Get the dunk pod. Get rid of him. Equip the flash pod. Sneak attack. Whoops. Flashbang. And let's fight. Yeah, there's his arm swipe. The chomps. Yeah, I forgot to mention the 2 chomps. That's the big sweep. Spit. Creates a wound. Focus on the head for now. Goes underground. If you have screamer pots, now's the time to... Whoops. I didn't equip my screamer pots. That's on me. You would have used screamer pots there. But now that he's enraged, Screamer pods won't work. Okay, you see how he goes up there? If you have a shield weapon, you can just block. When he does this, downstairs in the second phase, and then he jumps at you. When he does it downstairs, it will actually break and you can destroy it to get him down. Okay, you saw how... That's the big one. You saw how he spit the water ball, but it didn't create a wound. It's because the eternal cooldown is not done yet. That also creates the wound, the water vomit. But there's... oh no, sorry. It's because he's enraged. I did some testing on Yan Kutku. It seems like if they are enraged, either it doesn't create a wound or the cooldown gets longer. There's a wound. Yeah, I didn't get it. Okay, yeah, when they're enraged, it's just that the cooldown gets there's a longer cooldown, basically. There's a longer delay before you can put it again. But it also depends on the fight. It's a bit weird. Like, when you fight Arkwelt... that's the big one. Like, Arkwelt always has the wound. But then Yan Kutku, for example, rarely gets it. It's a bit weird. Alright, but this fight is about Balahara. It's the poke. Another poke. That's a chop. Poke. Oh, that was the sweep. Apologies. There's a scar, so we can create a wound. If I manage to hit it. Okay, he goes underground. Ah, but he's enraged. He just got out of the enrage. Perfect. Okay, so that's why you would use Screamer Pods. If he goes underground, use the Screamer Pod to get him out of there, stun him for a while, and get some free damage in. Paragon. I tried to block. Chomp. Big one. As you saw, no wound. That's the sweep. Big head sweep. That was the jump attack I was talking about. Get the wound. Nice. Easy. When you start fighting him, so when you first fight him, it's easy to get hit by like raged. It's easy to get hit by those kinds of attacks, but when you get used to it, not that much of a threat. Right? Phase change. Leaving now. My OBS is going crazy. I hope the video is laggy. Check that. So. He didn't go underground, so he's not dead yet. That means in this fight, it might be over before he goes into his hideout. Right? This. That as well. Okay, I think I should stop at 2 because they fall over otherwise. At the end of the day, it's preference, but fine. Oops. That. Da, da, da. Wanna get the neck. that wound. Fighting on this sandhill is a bit wonky because the camera doesn't like this place very much. Okay. Oh, one attack. Oh my. He has one attack I completely forgot to mention. Sometimes when he's in this phase, he will create a sand ball trap. If you get stuck in it, call your sacred and then you'll be able to ride out of it. If you keep running, it is possible to just keep running and not get hit by it and be fine. But if you completely get stuck, you'll fall down into a separate area. And yeah, I don't know what I wanted to say, but basically just call your sacred. Oh yeah, you can't run out. You can run enough, not get pulled down, but you can't run out. If you want to leave it, you have to call your sacred, and then you'll be able to leave the sandball trap. Yeah, he didn't do. I'll also show you. Yeah, okay, he's coming down. Perfect. This is basically the last stage when you fight the Balahara. Make it to the stage. Go down here. And he'll climb up these overpasses, I guess. And these ones, because they're brittle, you can pull him down with your stinger. And then he'll fall down and take like a lot of damage. It's the same in the Jinder hard fight. Done that. Okay. Now we just trap him. Boom, and there you go. That's everything Balahara does. Alright. Off the top of my head, I don't know who's next. But they're gonna get some more stuff soon. Oh my god, excuse me. But yeah. Like Yang Ku, for example, he has the option selects. But alright, that's it for Balahara. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you. I might make a general tips video. But yeah, I'll talk to you in the next hunt. Bye bye.